Welcome back to World Championship Series Europe Premier League 2014. We're in our first season, but we're a long way through the round of 16 now. We have already had 2 fantastic days of StarCraft 2 with 4 of our players advancing. We saw Stardust advance earlier on. Let's just check in with the bracket now to show you where we are in Group C. Confirmation of Stardust in the gold box in the upper bracket moves on to the quarterfinal. At the bottom, TLO, unfortunately removed from the tournament, much against the local crowd's disdain. Welmu going through with a 2-1 victory. He will now face off against Baby Knight. Kolaris is back with me. This is going to be an interesting match for a number of reasons. These two are very evenly matched anyway. We said that at the top of the show. It's now 6-6 between the two of them in terms of maps played. Baby Knight has the slight edge over the matchups overall, 3-2. Statistics don't really matter right now, though. It's about the mind games. We saw what happened in the first match. Welmo really didn't show us what he's capable of. Started to do that against TLO. Baby Knight got the chance to play Blink Stalker, which we know he's great at. He was fantastic at it last year. The star of Season 1, wiping out, you know, top legend players all over the place. Welmu, revelation of Season 2, 5th, 6th in there. And now one of them's going to the quarterfinals again. It's almost a shame to lose one of them, but we have to. Which one's it going to be?
Well, I think in the end...
Not that I'm putting you on the spot immediately.
No, not at all. Not at all. Thanks, Paul. I think the way in which PvP has kind of shaped around now, because there's been so much PvP as of late, in tournaments after tournament after tournament, there's been a lot of evolution there in terms of how things have gone on into the later stages of the game. I say that after we see Blinkstalker games and lots of Colossi, ha ha ha. But...
there was also a 2011 4-gate there, I think we saw from Baby Knight.
Not
like
quite
a trip back in a time machine.
Not quite as executed as one would have expected on Frost there, but if you play 2 series back-to-back with people in Protoss versus Protoss, we've seen it in a lot of tournaments recently where someone will take a series 2-0 and then people will... The opposition who lost will learn from that and take, oh, okay, this is kind of your mentality, this is what you're doing in this matchup. And then we've seen the complete reversal. We've seen the 2-0 switch up with the other player winning. So I think we could see that happen here. Welmu's very, very good in PvP. Baby Knight has already mentioned that, you know, Welmu is a bit of an annoyance in PvP as well. And I don't think we see Welmu go straight to Dark Templars every game. I think he plays that a bit more defensively. His mid and late game PvP is very, very strong. Yeah,
and we saw a bit more of that against TLO, and specifically we saw the fight back. I mean, at the point where he lost the first map, he was 3-0 or 0-3, I should say, in the tournament today, and you're starting to think, well, hang on, where's the Welmu that we know and love? He's usually much more resilient than this. Oh, there he is. He's come back with 2 strong builds. We saw that he used that build that he previously used against Yun very effectively against TLO. Can't really do that this time round. I guess it comes down to whether he's got the mind game now. Yeah. Not so much the builds, because we know they've both got the builds.
I have to go back to WCS Europe 2012 and the grand finals where Grubby said something to a similar vein of, I needed a kick in the Jaffas and then I wake up. And that's...
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think maybe that's what we're seeing from Welmu. He's now awake, he's now asserting himself, he's now looking to move on, and I think he'll do well.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot though. A name. Which one are you going for?
I guess I'll go with Welmu. It's hard because I really like both of these guys, and Baby Knight's going to hate me for saying this.
Good.
But, oh well,
Good.
Sorry, man. We'll see. I think Welmu might be able to make the recovery here.
Okay, final question. We said at the very beginning of the show, Baby Knight's probably the outsider in this group, and if he went through, it would be a surprise. Do you still think it would be a surprise?
Not as much. Not as much now. I mean, we haven't really seen much of Baby Knight during the start of 2014, right? And we were like, what kind of shape he's in? What's he really doing? But we've seen today that he's the same old Baby Knight. He's pretty darn good.
Okay, thank you, Kolaris. Time now to go over to our commentary team for our final game of the evening. You're going to enjoy this one. It is a PvP. It's Baby Knight versus Welmu for the 6th position in the round of 8. Take it away, gents.
The 6th or the sick position here in the round of 8. Welcome to the casting desk for the last time this evening, as we will find that player. And I don't know which one it's going to be. Nobody does, because they haven't played yet.
All we know is that it's going to be a Protoss.
It will be a Protoss.
It was about time, man. Zerg and Tian in the first 2 groups. This is not usually how it goes in WCS Europe.
I know, especially Group A. I'm so annoyed no Protoss advanced there.
I was waiting to see if you'd laugh first. And I was the one to laugh first.
All right.
Daedalus going to be removed. Again, covered this Daedalus, Alterzim, the top two vetoes, I think, in the matchup, just because awkward. Just awkward. I think that's the best word to describe PvP on this map. So Polar Knight, we've seen it removed often as well in PvP. What else was there that was removed often? I guess Habitation.
Is this what was removed in their previous game? I can't remember when they played earlier.
Yeah,
today.
yeah, something like that. Because I think it was Frost, Heavy Rain, Yonsu.
Yeah.
So probably a Habitation there. He can hear me.
Well,
He
was like-
changes his choice.
Wellman does it himself. I'd prefer if I chose and wrote on this thing. Frost.
Oh wow, actually, yeah, that's unusual. But
Ew.
considering the way the last game went, I'm a little bit surprised because that was not your typical PvP that you saw with the DTs versus Blink, especially from Wellmu's side of things. As cheesy as he can be, usually changes his builds up a lot more. We saw that versus TLO actually. You know, there was the big Blink play on 3 bases, the Immortal push. He's always ready to mix it up. On Frost, he was going Colossus, you know, and he's had a nice comeback. Imagine this. Wellmu was down 0-3. He was on verge of elimination, and now he's in the deciding match. He could possibly make it here. Yonsu, Habitation, Heavy Rain. 3 2-players map. Gonna be interesting and action-packed, in my opinion.
Could be short and sweet. Could be
Yes.
very short and sweet, these games. The first series today between the both of them was 50 minutes for both games, pretty much. Really, really fast. But here we are in the rematch, where one of these players will be moving on to the top 8, where we would have 2 Terran, 2 Zerg, 2 Protoss. The game is balanced. The game is balanced.
You know, both of them are going to have choices to make here. Baby Knight has been successful with the Blink play. Now, those his best builds, and he should stick to that. Or should he try to surprise? That's always a very tough decision to take. Usually it's going to be very 50-50, and he's going to sometimes it comes down to the last second. You can't even make up your mind going to the game, which a lot of the time that's a bad thing when that happens. Whereas Wellmu here, I'm pretty sure we don't see a DT build again out of him, but then again, with this crazy guy, this crazy player, this unconventional player, maybe he goes for the... He's never going to expect it 3 times in a row. What do you think?
I think he changes. I don't think he'll do it again like he did earlier. I think there's Wellmu's in a better position where he, you know, Baby Knight's played against Wellmu once. He's won against him once. He's displayed what Baby Knight does in 2 games in a row. But also Baby Knight's played another Protoss versus Protoss today and showed a bit more information on how he likes to play PvP to Wellmu a little bit more. And maybe Wellmu has had the option and the opportunity to sit back and watch the games with Baby Knight and Stardust to be like, okay, I know how to beat you. But I think you underlined it quite well earlier, is that Wellmu kind of played against himself a little bit when he was playing Baby Knight earlier on. He was playing mind games that Baby Knight wasn't really playing and confused himself and ended up losing.
Wellmu looking like he's amused here for a second.
He's pumped.
This is pretty big here. I will say also, the one who moves in here from these 2 players, he will. There is a good chance. There is a 2 chance out of 3. Well, actually, there's only 3 opponents possible: Vortex, Snoot, or whoever is going to take first from that 4th group. So,
Oh God.
I'm not going to say that's an easy draw, but compared to MMA or Jack G, personally, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. That's the round of 8 is going to be good. That is for sure. Make sure to tune in for the round of 8. It'll be happening on the 10th of April, if I'm not mistaken, or around there. And well, let's get ready for this. Both players are giggling in the chat, actually having a bit of banter, a bit of jokes back and forth. Wellmu's, ready. Yes, son.
I'm
ready.
ready for it.
Ready would be the perfect word for Wellmu, but it wouldn't be said ready. It would be ready.
That one goes out to me.
Oh, Baby Knight. Yeah, you
What a
cutie
cute little
pie.
boy.
You just want to grab his cheeks and go,
Except when you play PP against him.
yeah.
Then you were in.
Then you want to grab his ear and drag him rather than grab his cheek.
Especially if you're Wellmu in that first series. But it's a new series here. It's going to be starting on Yonsu. And very interesting to see what these guys choose to go for. I guess I'm going to be turned more towards Wellmu. Remember the game they played earlier on this map? I believe that's the one where Baby Knight... Was it the one where you wanted to go for Stargate and they'd cancelled? Or was it Frost?
Didn't he use this against Stardust? Didn't he go Phoenixes? Or was it against Wellmu? He went Phoenixes.
Dude, we saw so many PvPs.
I know,
It's actually hard.
I thought it was Phoenixes in this. I don't know. I've lost it. I'm going crazy. All right. Time for the final game of the evening. Down here in the bottom left-hand side, playing for Team Millennium, hailing from Denmark, it's Baby Knight. Oh, Mr. Baby Knight. Mr. Baby Knight. I was trying to do my best Kalaris impression, but it just messed up. And up here, let me try again. And up here is the blue Protoss, hailing from Finland. It's Mr. Wellmu. How'd you rate me out of 10? 6.
Not very high.
4.
Give it up for Mr. Wellmu.
Oh, give it up. Yeah, give it up. Damn it. I got the Mr. right, though.
Baby Knight, again, I wouldn't be surprised if he opens very, very standard. Scouts for proxies more often than not, especially against somebody like Wellmu, who is really not shy to cheese. Look, he's going to check for it immediately. Baby Knight's playing it very, very safe every single time, whereas his opponent says, I've been cutting corners. However, in this game, Wellmu has not. He's made sure himself that he was not getting proxied. And I have to wonder, we've seen some single gas opener into a late second gas. Does either of them goes for something like this? Okay, no, Baby Knight's going to go for the second gas and Wellmu is as well. So, super standard build. Neither of them is going to scout very, very early on. And it's a bit of a new trend that we used to never see. You know, there used to be a time where you would either scout early on after the gate or you wouldn't. But now, there is so many different timings you can scout on in PvP. For example, Grubby, he almost every single time scouts after his ability scout. I call it the Grubby Scout personally.
The Grubby Scout.
Some players will do that, and it looks like Baby Knight is going to go for the Grubby Scout.
The Grubby Scout here. And he's going to check down the natural. Does he go all the way? Does he go out? Does he?
Yeah, I think he goes out. At this time, he already checked for the in-base proxy. You will almost never see somebody scout the expansion and then go back into the main. Right. As I say that, Wellmu may do it now. He's not.
Now, it looks like both of them going to do very similar here. The difference between the both of them is that we have a Zealot made here from Wellmu, but a Pylon made from Baby Knight. And the probes pass like two ships in the night.
Oh, God. I was wondering if you will dare use that one. The Dark Lord will not be pleased. Quick Mothership Core by Wellmu, quicker than Baby Knight. Both of them will start a Stalker. And again, Baby Knight with the Chrono Boost on the Stalker, it feels like he does that to be able to hide his tech as soon as possible because he knows there's going to be a prop coming in at this time.
And what's Baby Knight going to choose then? Does he go Stargate? Does he go Twilight? I'm pretty sure he played this map earlier and went Stargate.
Yeah, I think if he cancels the Mothership Core, he goes Stargate. No, he's not going to cancel the Mothership Core. He's going to go Twilight.
Ooh.
He's done. So he's chosen the path of. It worked out well earlier when I went for Blink and Observer. It's my most solid build. I'm the best Blink Stalker player in the world. I'm going to do the same thing.
All right,
he's pretty strong with Blink Stalkers. We were talking about it with Stardust. Stardust was like, oh my God, like Blink Stalker used by Baby Knight is pretty scary.
Well, both players have no idea what's going on, apart from the fact that they've both got double gases, they're both on one gateway, and they've both chosen a tech choice.
Yeah, but having seen the Chrono Boost count on each other's Nexus, they know that there is no possibility for a very, very quick rush. So they're going to be fine with this quick Stalker and the Mothership Core. Most likely, they're already queued more Stalkers, so both of them are going to be okay. I like what Wellmu's doing with the Mothership Core. He's going to go all the way around to try and get a good scout. So he's going to be the one in the know area.
And that's pretty important, to be honest. Information is everything, really. And
look at the production tab. Exactly similar builds. I think from there, both of them go for Robo, and we have a perfect mirror.
Yeah. And then do you just have an expansion play, I suppose, when they're so mirrored like this? It's almost difficult to break the opponent.
Actually, Wellmu, I think he might go for a Force Gateway, because he did this against MC just recently in ATC, when he saw that he was up against a 3-gate Blink plus a Robo. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I called that. I've done my homework.
You've done your homework, Sonny.
And in this situation, he's going to be able to make quite a few more Stalkers than his opponent. As soon as that gate finishes, every 42 seconds, he's going to have one more Stalker coming in than his opponent. So that can make a big difference in those Blink Stalkers fights.
What is Baby Knight thinking, considering he's not scouted at all? What is his plan?
He's just... this is a super safe opener.
Like, just go expansion?
Yeah, I think from there, both of them will want to expand, but Wellmu... Actually, no. Baby Knight will want to expand,
Yeah.
but Wellmu he's going to want to pressure because he's keep the Robo.
Oh, what's this probe going to see from Baby Knight here? He's building a pylon quite close. He's moving out.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, he's got much less stalkers here.
This might be similar to what happened to MC. He just lost against
Yeah.
Wellmu.
This is obviously not very good news here. And this is just because of lack of information from Baby Knight, and Wellmu's the one in the know because of the Mothership core here.
And he has a probe he done out on the map as well himself.
He can jump down here. I mean, this is... Baby Knight's got no high ground
Yeah.
vision, obviously.
He's going to want
Wellmu's-
to bait it for as long as possible. Make sure that when he blinks, he gets the kills.
He's going to jump in. One stalker gets away here, and actually Baby Knight's going to be the one to pick up the first kill, and actually
Right.
the Mothership core too.
Why is Wellmu blowing back? He had a few more stalkers, at least one or two at least. The blink wars begin.
The Blink Wars begin, but Baby Knight started strong in this fight, but it is Wellmu with an extra gateway, extra bit of production, and 2 stalkers apiece with the Zealot actually thrown in there the mix for a Baby Knight. But
Yeah, 10 stalkers, 11 to 7 right now. So that makes the biggest of difference. Even 2 stalker difference is
Yeah.
a huge deal.
this is really big for Wellmu, and he's got all the tools necessary to take this one, and he's chasing down these units.
He just proxied a pylon just right below an observer of Baby Knight. I think Baby Knight is going to be a full retreat now. And I don't think he's going to be caught before he reaches home.
Baby
he
Knight
throws
knows
down the
what's
Dark
going
Shrine.
on. The Dark Shrine, yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. He knows exactly what's going on now, realizing there's no expansion. There's a lot of stalkers down.
And you know Baby Knight has the photon overcharge. He kept his
and
Mothership
he's-
core alive.
and a pylon on the right-hand side too, so
Oh my
everything could
God.
work out well for Baby Knight. Despite knowing this, he actually gets rid of the pylon outside his base here. What is Wellmu going to do? He's going to commit to this. He's got 3 more stalkers.
I don't like the placement on the Dark Shrine. If Wellmu gets too close and sees it, he's going to be
Yeah.
able to get detection on time.
All right, you just have to put photon overcharge down, keep him outside
Yeah.
of the radius, and this can work.
Even then, he has so many more stalkers that he could try to go in there, but he's playing it passive right now. Wellmu has retreated. Oh, he
Robo.
throws down a Robo. I think he realized that his opponent might have guessed what's up, but the Dark Shrine is that close to finishing that I don't think Baby Knight will cancel. He sees the Robo timing with his observer right now.
Ah, all right. So, Wellmu pokes in and blinks out, and Immortals are being used. This may just actually, because of the decision to throw down the Robo,
Yeah.
turn into a
Whoa,
both
Wellmu's going to be
expansion
supply
game.
blocked. No pylon on the way, 57 out of 58. I guess if he starts another probe, he starts another probe. I guess his Robo's not finished yet, but
Yeah.
I guess
One Dark Templar.
Yeah, the pylon being as far as it is right now for Baby Knight is going to be bad for him because the DT
Yeah.
will not come on time. And yes, Wellmu has smelled this coming even without having the full information.
Yeah.
This is how good these guys got at PvP, man. They don't
Yeah.
see things they know anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive here. And as much as this game could have ended, it actually will go on for a rather long time now, or at least a much longer time than we expected. And even though the
Oh, he tried to bait.
yeah,
Oh,
he blocks.
that's so cool.
Come on, chop down, chop the trees. Oh, yay! Oh,
The observer is on the way. I think he should be able to get this.
he's gonna try and stop him. Oh, he's gonna yes, not sure. He's trying to get the block and the full surround here, and he's blinking forward. The Dark Templar is gonna get a couple hits and is gonna get away.
Yeah.
Nice dance there by both players.
Similar walk accounts.
Yeah.
I don't know if these guys...
But 3 Immortals for Baby Knight. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
I don't know if these guys have a girlfriend, but if they do, she should never think about cheating on them. Like they would know.
Yeah.
They're like, I smell DTs coming. Do you really think I would not see this coming?
3 Immortals is quite powerful right now.
But actually moving out is overextending at this point because Wellmu will have defender's advantage with some nice warp pins nearby. And even though he doesn't have photon overcharge or time warp, he's going to be close to his pylons that he can reinforce easily. He's going to go for an Archon. I guess he wants to capitalize on those 3 Immortals instead of taking more.
Yeah, he's
I
got
don't
no
think-
close pylon here. He's
Man.
actually going to bring out a probe.
The stalker count of Wellmu is so scary. 14 to 7. I don't think 3 Immortals can make that much of the difference against sentries.
Just missed. Hallucinating Phoenix on the left-hand side just misses this army. It's in a blind spot right now
Yeah.
for Wellmu. He's got no idea about this. It's just outside his main base.
Baby Knight should reinforce with only stalkers from there because he has the 1 Archon to break
Yeah.
force fields.
All right, here we go. This is a very powerful attack. 3 Immortals versus nothing. And here we're going to go. Let's see how this is going to shape up. Wellmu now realizes he puts the photon overcharge down. 1 Immortal comes into the battle here and will start to shoot from the high ground. A
Oh,
couple
cool
of force
force field.
fields. And the Archon too far away to actually break these force fields.
Archons are so dumb, man. We've seen this before. They always hang out behind and...
He's kind of targeting the Nexus, but there's so many stalkers here for
Yeah.
Wellmu. He must try to punish this. This is a very slow, immobile army from Baby Knight. And if he tries to go back with too many units, he can chase this down, especially if he continues to warp in off these 4 gates.
And behind this, Wellmu has started +1. He's actually going to be starting to be quite far ahead. I'm surprised he's not warping in a few Zealots to make sure that they can tank
Yeah.
one of those Immortals. But I guess building up his stalker count more means he's going to be able to blink a lot of them back just after they lose the shields, and he's going to do fine.
And a couple of hits there, nice force fields, and Archon does come down and destroy that. And Well, an aggressive blink forward here for Baby Knight takes down the Mothership Core, and these 4 Immortals on the left-hand side are just gonna chop away to these Stalkers, and they are melting pretty darn fast, to be fair. Wellmu brings an Immortal to the high ground, and Baby Knight keeping the pressure up. He warps in a couple more units here. He's adding on 2 more gateways.
Well,
He's just gonna go for it.
Yeah, Baby Knight makes sure that he has enough units to tank for those Immortals to be useful, and he's killed so many probes.
Yeah.
Even if he's held here, he's done the damage that he had to do.
Yeah, nice play here from Baby Knight. He even jumps forward, and he's going to take map number 1 here by the looks of it. This army can't be stopped if he keeps on warping in with 2 more gateways. His probe count's high. He's got Mothership Core at home, potent overcharge for counterattacks.
Look at the production tab. He keeps on macroing correctly in the meantime. He's been making probes continuously.
43 to 29.
Biggest of deals here. That +1 for Wellmu is the only thing he has going, but he's not going to have any army before it even finishes.
Yeah, this has been played out really, really well from Baby Knight. GG. And he takes map number 1 and goes 3-0 versus Wellmu today. Very impressive.
Very cool game here. Much different than what we saw from both of these players earlier. And Baby Knight with Blink Stalkers, he's no joke.
Yeah.
As good as Wellmu is at PvP, Red, I said it, he's very high up there. I think rank 8 in the world, something like that. Baby Knight, he's no chobo himself.
He's no chobo, no. And Baby Knight staring down to a position that he used to be in Season 1 2013. He got a top 8. He then went to the round of 32 and out of the round of 32 in Season 2. Season 3 was top 16, where he is right now. And he could be reliving some former glory from Season 1 if he continues on like this. And Wellmu, who, had an awesome Season 2, finished top 6, could be eliminated here in the round of 16 for the 2nd time in the row after being eliminated in the round of 16 in Season 3 last year. And Baby Knight finds himself just 1 habitation station game away from being top 8.
I think Wellmu, to be honest, he could have done a lot better against this attack. He chose to keep on warping in Stalkers, but once Baby Knight reached 4 Immortals, they kind of slapped down all the Stalkers very, very easily. I think going for a lot more Zealots and Sentries, all he would have had to do was target down that one single Archon, take it down, and then he could have force-fielded the Immortals. Not the Stalkers, obviously, because they had Blink, but if he trapped, say, like 2 Immortals in the front, let the Zealots tank and snipe them. He had a photon overcharge for some time too. I really thought it was going to be okay, but it chose to warp in exclusively Stalkers. That was a huge mistake. And Baby Knight, he kept his Archon alive. Not really by some good play. It was just that Wellmu never really targeted it.
Yeah. Well. Here we are again in another Protoss versus Protoss. And the map is going to be Habitation Station. Do you like this map for PvP, personally?
I think it's a bit of a weird map where a lot of weird things can happen, but I don't want to reveal too much too, because I'm still a player, but I kind of like it. I'm not going to say why though.
I've got online cups still to play.
You'll
I'm
see.
not gonna tell you anything.
You'll see next season if I like it or not. When I pick it as first map.
Next season, it's it's still in, isn't it, Habitation Station? It made the cut. It made the cut. It stays. All right, we will see next season. All right, up here to the top left is the red Protoss player, hailing from Denmark. Make some noise for Mr. Baby Knight. I'm gonna kill you. Wellmu, you are dead. All right, and up here as the blue Protoss player, hailing from Finland. Give it up for Mr. Wellmu. That's right, Claris, that one was for you.
It's weird because you're British as well, yet you sound nothing like him.
Claris has a much more posh accent than I do.
Okay.
I'm rough around the edges.
Okay, looks like we might have a similar... Oh, gate 12 by Wellmu. Okay, as I say that. He's gonna change it up a little bit. This could mean a number of things. He could go for some quicker rush that we've seen very common on this map with Zealot, Stalker, Mothership Core. He could go for a quick target. That's been a good build to use lately, especially on a map like this. But it's been talked about, target versus target can be very tricky, and most of these players, these two I think as well, probably not big fans of target versus target. Then again, if there is a map where you would have to go targets, it's definitely this. What do you think? Stargate versus Stargate?
I like Stargate versus Stargate. I'm not sure if we'll see it, but I do like it.
Actually, Wellmu was single gas, which was taken very quickly. I think this is a Mothership Core rush with Zealot Stalker, maybe. Since he's used so many chrono boosts too, not going to be some kind of 4-gate 2011 red eye.
That's right. Red Eye reliving the past. All right, so let's have a look at this and see how successful this is going to be. I mean, what does Wellmoon need to get with these units? He needs to get something done with it, right? Because if he doesn't, then he's quite far behind when it comes to his actual tech choice.
Yeah, what? He made a second gas kind of late, and now he's using his chrono boost on his probes instead of saving it for the Stalker or the Mothership Core. So I'm actually not sure what he's going to do with this. Maybe a quick Stargate, but then it would have made more sense to take the second gas earlier. I guess this build is maybe not optimized. Okay, he goes for the Mothership Core and maybe a Stalker behind this. Yeah, I think he's still going to be the rush. What does he chrono boost then? I guess the Stalker.
Yeah, the Stalker. Has to be, right?
Yeah.
There is a scout coming out here from Baby Knight.
No, he chrono boost.
What? He chrono boosts like half a Mothership and then
I'm going to stop trying. Not even half. It was like almost done.
Back to the probes. Right, the Mothership Core is out. No Stalker has been made yet, so...
Look at these guns.
If he's not building a Stalker, what is he building here? Okay, it was just a little bit late again.
He didn't have much gas for a second. Yeah, he's going to throw down the Twilight Council behind this. The probe could actually get back in there, but he doesn't know that the Mothership Core is going across the map. And Baby Knight, he's made one single Stalker. He needs to start another one to make sure he's safe against Zealot, plus Mothership Core. And he went for the Stargates.
Yeah, and the Stalker did, the probe did see the Mothership Core, of course, so he knows that it's out there. And Baby Knight's positioned the Stalker rather well here to deny that from going in.
Look at the probes on the bottom right-hand side. They're actually going to meet.
Wow.
Battleship.
It's like you're in school and you meet behind the shed and you go for a little kiss or something. And yeah, that's kind of funny that they passed there. The Stargate is going to get spotted here from Wellmoo.
I'm pretty sure these probes didn't want to kiss. They are not Jack G and Daisy.
No. That was more like meet behind the school shed and we'll have a fight kind of thing. Dark Shrine coming in for Wellmoo after spotting the Stargate here and also seeing Phoenixes being made.
Yeah, the thing is he's going to be spotted very quickly. Baby Knight always scouts with his first Phoenix to make sure that he knows what he's up against, which this could only be bad in one situation, is if your opponent also goes Phoenixes and that first Phoenix gets caught out of position, which happens every time I go Stargate. Right. In this case, it's not going to be happening for Baby Knight, and he's going to be able to see that there's a Dark Shrine. I think he goes for an Oracle plus a Robo, most likely. Make sure he's safe, and Wellmoo might just cancel the Dark Shrine. But then again, it's Wellmoo, so he's actually going to keep it.
Imagine the mind game where Baby Knight doesn't get any detection.
Yeah,
he's going to cancel it.
He's not getting it right now. He's not getting any detection. And the Dark Shrine is very close to finishing. What the hell? He's pressuring. There was only one gateway for Wellmoo, but he's added two, which is very, very smart. If he had added just one, then he couldn't have warped in too much. So he's getting an Oracle right now. Baby Knight, that is. The pylon at the expansion of Baby Knight is a little bit late. The Dark Shrine is going to finish a little bit before, but this could be very, very strong. Baby Knight is underestimating this a lot.
And he goes in, he actually checks the Dark Shrine and sees, is it still there? Yes, it is still there, Baby Knight.
Red alert!
Yeah, DT's going in here. Oracle's about to pop out, but he needs to actually have some units to kill. I guess he's got Photon Overcharge if need be. There's the Dark Templar. 1 kill, 2 kill, 3, and dead. And now Blink on the way behind this for Wellmoo.
Oh, he's going to Blink all in just right behind this. And this is going to be pretty strong. 28 probes for Wellmoo, 24 for Baby Knights. I think he's going to be able to produce continuously from 4 gateways. A lot of Blink Stalkers. He's up against 3 Phoenixes and an Oracle, which really don't help against a lot of Stalkers. He could even get an Archon to tank. I don't think he's going to do that, though. He's going to lose that one proxy pylon, but I don't think the other one's going to be found by Baby Knights. So behind this, he goes for an expansion. I actually thought he was going to go for an all-in, but I guess since he already has a bunch of probes, going for an expansion here also makes sense, because if he went for an all-in, he would have had to leave the Mothership Core back at home ready to defend against the Oracle.
So with both players looking to expand here, which one do you prefer?
Wellmoo has his earlier and he has more probes, so he's in a great position. I mean, those Phoenixes and Oracle, I don't expect them to do anything against a Photon Overcharge ready, this many Stalkers, who actually they don't have Blink yet.
And out we go.
I thought for a second he was going to use Photon Overcharge. That would have been really bad.
Oh, Wellmoo, where do you think you're going with this Dark Templar?
The ramp is walled off, and we actually have a single Zealot in the same corner on the other side. The evil twins.
That's funny. There's one righteous one and one very, very evil one.
Oh, he's going to lead them to the Zealots.
Traitor Phoenixes.
No! What's up, Sparta?
Not going to work today. All right, so we
I
have...
like that Ninja DT, by the way, on the other side. If he keeps it hidden there...
Could
and
pick
then-
off some probes maybe on the natural.
Baby Knight moves out, or he knows that there is no observer there for a second and send it in. He could kill a lot.
Yeah. Phoenixes. Oh, nice 1-2 pick up there and out. That's kind of good. That's nice. And does get... Oh, no. One does get picked off there. But we have Immortal production now starting for Baby Knight. He's already got one out and a second one on the way. And the Robo only just now being thrown down here for Wellmu a little bit later on.
Yeah, usually in a game like this, both players go into a Forge at this point. They're going to be getting their +1. And then they have to decide if they're going to Colossus or Templars. But Wellmu, definitely, having Blink, he should definitely go into Colossus. Even though he has a Dark Shrine, so he could get some Archons from them. But that means he can either choose to do Archons from the Dark Shrine to do an all-in or a timing, or he gets the Colossus, and then he can have them as safety, but most likely not going to make any because he's not going to have the gas.
3 kills for that DT there.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. 10 kills overall for Wellmu in this game.
Yeah, which is exactly the number of workers he was ahead by a second ago, because now...
Wow, that's pretty good considering he's got both the gases on the natural. He's got his +1 on the way. He's got his Robo Tech down. And let's see if he throws down that robotic space he thought he might do here. Would be the logical next choice. There it is. We just saw it for a second.
And Baby Knight having a Stargate, I think he goes into Templars. I mean, Archons, Zealot, and Immortals. And if he realizes that he's up against Colossus, he has a Stargate.
Tempest
he just gets the
time.
Fleet's Beacon and then goes into Tempest. Remember, Baby Knight was the first guy that we saw getting the Fleet Beacon on 2 bases and pumping out Tempest from one single Stargate and being successful with it. And now he's up 3-0 against Wellmu. He's definitely going to be confident enough to try and go for it.
Yeah, I don't think he's seen too much though recently. Even though he's got these Phoenixes looking around, he hasn't really spotted anything other than the 4 gateways and the robotics facility.
Yeah.
He throws down his own robotics bay at this point, but it looks like the Phoenixes to the bottom right are going to have a bit of a poke in for a scout. Likewise, Wellmu going to do the same with the hallucinated one.
Yeah, I don't think they can go in. They would die for sure against Blink Stalkers.
Right,
he needs
well.
hallucination, but even hallucination is going to be tricky for him to scout.
Well, Wellmu gets a pretty good scout there. Sees all of... Well, actually
he
gets
wants
a
to start
full
a
scout.
third.
Wow, a massive full
Yeah.
scout there
Baby
for
Knight wants
Wellmu.
to start a third, by the way.
Yeah?
Oh, maybe below. That's... Oh, Wellmu spotted this.
Yeah. He did. He saw that
Oh,
probe
the
there.
Phoenixes.
Wellmu is actually queuing up more gateways. He's got 2 in production. He's about to throw down another one with a third base too. And Wellmu is just ahead in everything right now with the upgrades, with his actual, tech.
He's played this very well. I think it's looking good for him to equalize.
5 Immortals though versus 1. That's one advantage Baby Knight has.
Oh, and I think... Did Baby Knight change his mind? He's getting a Colossus, but he's not getting Thermal Lens, and he's getting a Twilight Council.
Just starting Thermal Lens
maybe
now.
for +2. Maybe he wants to make sure he can start his +2 on time.
Yeah.
Do you think there is a possibility he will go Colossus, just a few Colossus, and do a timing? Maybe because he knows that he's behind. But this is weird.
Seems a little bit risky to do that though.
Yeah. I don't think it will work, but just an idea, throwing it out there. No, I think he just wanted to start his +2 on time.
Yeah.
Because +1 armor is quite trash in this situation.
Especially when
I'm
your
sorry,
opponent
that
has +2 on the way.
That was the only good word
It's
I could come
okay.
up with.
You can use trash all day, every day. That's fine. All right. So, I mean, it's rather up to Baby Knight to make a game-changing decision right now, because if they're going to continue playing in a kind of parallel situation like this, then Wellmu's just going to continue with his lead. It's not like he's going to lose it.
You know, as much as Wellmu has a lead, nothing's happening right now. Both of them are macroing. So if Baby Knight is patient, he's probably going to hope that Wellmu goes for some kind of attack, in which case he would have the Photonova charge, fight in a good position. See, Wellmu starting to throw away some units, not doing too much here. I think he killed a single probe with that one Templar DT before it died. So that was good already. I mean, Baby Knight is in a situation where the only thing he can do other than playing passive will be all-in. Any kind of attack will be an all-in, I think. He could try something like send a War Prism in the main and then attack the third. But I think Wellmu, with the good defensive posture he has in this game, I just don't think it will work. He's solid enough to defend that. See, he's getting cannons in each mineral line now.
Yeah.
He's getting the Templar Archives.
Both players too, yeah. Both players Templar Archives, and it's just a very similar game. 3 extra gateways, Templar Archives thrown in, still Colossus production +2 and Zealot charge, just exactly the same for the time being. But Wellmu's still with
Look
that
at the
supply
production tab.
advantage. Yeah, that's what it's
16
just
minutes
looking.
in. That's pretty sick. Exactly the same things. It's funny that neither of them went for a second Robo. We saw Stardust being very successful with the second Robo versus Baby K.
Well, Baby K, what are you doing right now in the middle of the map? You've got an inferior army. You do have 5 Immortals, though. I guess you've got to give him credit for that. But he's moving forward here. And this is an interesting maneuver. Does not have +2 yet. It's seconds away from completing. Builds a pylon up there. Has a look at Welmu's army. Welmu sees it too and is like, you serious? Are you actually coming at me? A big warp in here from Welmu actually gets the cannon down there. That actually allows DTs to get in there potentially.
Yeah, he should send him. He has a pylon very nearby.
And
Could just
Baby
do that.
Knight can't be posturing to attack down there.
Yeah, he has no Archons. Look at how much gas he has.
What is he? If he gets time warp there or something, he's got to be very careful.
He can recall anyway.
Yeah, I
It's
suppose,
just-
yeah.
I thought he was just trying to scare him, but this is more than scaring someone. He's still,
You're still there.
he starts stabbing him like the scaring didn't work.
He's like says boo. The guy doesn't move. So he starts fighting. Like I'm. Just... Baby Knight, your opponent's got a very strong army here. You've got to be very, very careful. I know you're leading this. There's a time warp coming
He's
in.
gonna recall.
Well, yeah, he has to. He's going to lose his entire army here if he's not careful. He contains the high ground, which is a nice advantage to have here. But Welmu's climbing up in supply
Yeah.
so fast at this
And-
point. Look at the difference.
Yeah, +3 is on the way for Welmu as well. The gateway count is going to be very important. And Welmu's ahead on that. 11 gates against 8. That's the biggest of differences. That's why he's on 190 supply
Yeah.
against 164. And he's going to be maxed out before his opponent. And at this point, he could even attack up the ramp and win, I think.
Uh-oh. All right, so another time warp goes down. I think that was Baby Knight. There is no option of recall now, which means Welmu, if he wants to, just can take a proper fight up here. And it looks like at the same time Welmu is harassing the third base. But more importantly, this fight is happening, and this fight is one-sided. Look at this. We were expecting this to happen. And Welmu just stomps all over this, crushes through despite having 5 Immortals in the mix. It does not matter. And Welmu smashes this army out of the park. And this is one-sided. GG, well played. Welmu equalizes this series.
Was this as one-sided as the fights you had in school? Outside?
Behind the school sheds. Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, it was
For who?
For the other guy. Yeah. I'm a nerd. I'm a StarCraft player. I'm weak. My muscles ache all the time. All right. So, do you think that Baby Knight was feeling the pressure of playing a game that he was kind of behind in and finding a
Yeah.
difficult way to come back? And he was like, all right, well, I just kind of gonna fight.
I think he was probably hoping for Welmu to overextend, like move up the ramp a little bit too
Yeah.
early, in which case he would have been doing okay. But at this point, moving out the way, it just didn't make much sense. But then again, this is another case of we are able to see everything and he's not. But he sent in the hallucination. He saw the army size of his opponent. He knew that there were unequal upgrades, that Welmu had probably started +3, so maybe he thought he could hit the timing before that, but
Yeah.
not enough gateways. And I think, by the way, he had 8 warp gates. I think he had 3 more gates in his
Oh, yeah,
main
he did build those
that
3 gateways.
He
They built
didn't
them at the
morph
same
them.
time. Yeah, they built them at the same time.
So he didn't morph them. That might be one of the biggest mistakes he made there. And Welmu did very good of harassing that third base, by the way, of his opponent for a very long time with a
Yeah.
bunch of zealots, some DTs as well.
Are you sad when you look at the stage and see no representation of Protoss?
Well, these 2 players, what race do they play?
Yeah, it's like the 2 Protoss players up there instead. Todd says the Protoss plays like, you know, Terrence and Zergs, you can have the stage paint. I've got the 2 players on the stage. Terran and Zerg AWOL today. All right, so Heavy Rain is going to be the decider between these 2 players.
Blink map.
Yes, yes.
And this man here, you think he goes for Blink? You think he accepts the challenge of trying to beat Baby K in a Blink versus Blink?
Absolutely. This
Very
guy is
few-
Finnish. He does not back down from challenges.
Very few players have been foolish enough to go into it, and they did not live to tell the story.
I remember playing a PvP against Baby Knight about a year ago or 2, and I got absolutely demolished. It was great. He destroyed me, man. Io did not even come close. All right. Final decider. Who goes through as our 6th player in the round of 8? Is it going to be this guy who spawns down at the south side of Heavy Rain as the red Protoss player playing for Team Millennium? It's Baby K. Looking to repeat the success from Season 1 last year. And then up here to the north of Heavy Rain is the blue Protoss player from Finland representing Neurosoft. It's Welmu.
Welmu, who seems to be very fond of the pylon behind his mill line, went for the gate 12 in the previous game. I was a little bit confused. In the end, it was 4A Twilight and some DTs, even though he
Yeah.
didn't take the very quick second gas. It's weird. if I'm confused as observer, can you imagine his opponents? They're like, what the hell is going on? But Baby Knight in that case had gone for the Phoenixes. And I'm pretty sure that on this map, if he goes for Phoenixes and Wellmu goes for Blink, he's going to be at a great disadvantage. It's not a build order loss so much as it used to be a while back. I remember Neoplanets. when you would go... Oh my God! I remember going Stargate versus Nani was Blink on this map. It was just not happening. But yeah, now there is still a way you can make it work, but it's going to be very, very hard.
So you're expecting Blink from Baby Knight? Is that not something though that Wellmu can capitalize on, knowing that his opponent's going to go Blink, or at least high possibility of it going Blink?
Yeah, I talked about it earlier. If you know your opponent's going to go Blink, what's the best thing that you can do? Or in this case, Baby Knight has been going Blink or Stargate, but as I said, on this map, it's unlikely he goes for Stargate.
And
I guess you could try to go for something like a quick expansion and a Robo, but on this map, Blink is just so good and you have so much surface area to move around that even if you try and get the build order advantage by doing that, you're still going to be in trouble. And your opponent, everybody's so good with Blink nowadays that they're not going to throw away the game. They're always going to know if they can do a lockdown, if they should keep on moving around, play the base trade. Remember those games on Shattered Temple where you take a hidden expansion? If you play Blink and your opponent stays on one base for too long, you take a hidden expand, you wait until he leaves his base with his Immortals Colossus, then you blink in, and the base trade starts 1 minute earlier. So
do you think it's as simple as Wellmu in the first series when they played together, knowing that Baby Knight likes Blink, was trying to make his DT play work? Is that what you think his approach
I think he
to
was
this series
probably hoping more for Stargates.
Okay.
Because Baby Knight has been playing both builds quite a lot, and lately it was more Stargate than Blink, but not in this tournament somehow.
Well, there's the common trend from Baby Knight. Chrono Boost in the gateway to rush his Stalker out, to push the probe out, then to throw down his tech choice. And he's climbing up past the 100 gas right now. Stargate? No, okay, Twilight Cancel. Okay, I thought he was going to throw the Stargate down there for a second.
And Wellmu's the one going for the Stargate here. He might try to surprise with some kind of Oracle play. As much as when Baby Knight goes Stargate, I'm convinced that it's going to be Phoenixes. Okay, there is two possibilities. Wellmu wants to go for an Oracle and catch Baby Knight off guard and fry some probes. 2, he thinks Baby Knight is going to Stargate again, and then he's going to get his own Phoenixes, and he's going to try to catch that first Phoenix off guard to make sure he can kill it, and then from there you have a sick advantage, which you can capitalize on a lot of the time.
Hopefully this Mothership Core can maybe give him the decision on which unit to build if he spots the Twilight Council here. Go, Stargate's finished.
Which will be?
If he sees the Twilight? Oracle, man. Yes. He doesn't see it yet, though. Now he does. Okay, so he sees the Twilight and sees Chrono Boost going into it. Is going to try and pick off a probe here.
He had already started an Oracle, so as much as he could have... If he had seen Stargate, obviously he would have cancelled anything else. He can still get the Oracle. And behind this, he starts to Robo very, very quickly. He's still on one gate. Keep that in mind. So I think he's going to want to look to Chrono Boost Immortals to make sure he can hold against Blink Stalkers. And he's going to try and wait until Baby Knight leaves his base to get his Oracle into his middle line. Baby Knight, as good as his build is, there is no way he's going to know about... he hasn't made a sentry to see that Stargate. He's not going to have an observer on time to see it. So if he was to move out too early and this Oracle flies in there, if Wellmu is patient enough to wait until this happens, it could be a disaster of a game here for Baby Knight. But keep in mind, Baby Knight, when he's been moving across the map, he's usually waited for observers to be out, and he's left his Mothership Core back at home. So usually if an Oracle flies in and you use the Photon Overcharge a little bit late and there is no Stalkers there, you're still going to lose, like, say, 5 probes, which will be a win for Wellmu. And look at this, behind this, Wellmu is already preparing for the blink.
He's going in with the Oracle. It's in. Baby Knight sees it. Late Photon Overcharge. 1, 2, 3, and out.
Oh, he's going to save it. This is so smart. A lot of players would have suicided the Oracle here, me included. And this is so smart to save it, because it's going to force Stalkers to stay back home. He doesn't have blink yet. It's half health. Yeah, it's 15 seconds away from finishing. And Baby Knight's not even going to have a second Photon Overcharge for this. So this is great for Wellmu here. He's going to have to warp in Stalkers back at home to be sure that he can defend against this. And look, as much as you want to pressure, there is no way he's going to have the critical Stalker count to do the damage here in attack.
Did he keep the Void Ray? Yeah, he's got a Void Ray and Immortal with this.
Oh, he's not warping in Stalkers back at home. He's waiting until the Photon Overcharge is about to end, I think.
Oh, yeah, there we go. 2 Stalkers do get warped in here, but Looks like Whelmu's ready to meet and greet this army. There's the Immortal, there's the Void Ray, dealing out a lot of damage, and Baby Knight jumps out of there immediately. The Oracle goes in.
One of the Stalkers not shooting.
And he gets a couple more kills. 6 in total now. That's quite a lot of kills, quite a lot of probes, and he gets out again.
Yeah, Whelmu has played this beautifully. He's going to be 2 walkers ahead now. He even moves down the ramp. That's how confident he is. He's going to chase this. But again, the Observer was in position to blink into his main.
Yeah. He's got
Whelmu
Photon
suspects
Overcharge
this.
now too,
Yeah.
so this is becoming easier and easier. He throws down the Nexus. He
Whoa.
split his army up here.
Very ambitious. If there was, say, like 12 Stalkers, they could have linked up the ramp, sniped that Immortal in 2 volley, and then the Void Ray would have fell just right behind. And I think that's what Baby Knight's going to look to do. Look, he's got a sentry. He's going to try to trap some units in the main, maybe. He doesn't have the critical mass that he needs, though. And that's because of the Oracle keeping some Stalkers stage back at
the
home.
Observer, though. There's an Observer. If he loses Observer, he can only go... the Observer's gone. That means he can only attack down to the natural here. The Force Field's going to have to come in. Baby Knight's coming, but nope. Whelmu actually takes control of his ramp, and
he's getting more
downstairs he
sentries.
goes.
I think he warps in Zealots and try and split the army in half.
Yeah.
Trade with it, or maybe
Oracle.
snipe, get a snipe on the Nexus, but I don't think that will work as well.
It's going to get away again.
Baby Knight is in trouble.
1 hit point.
Whelmu has an advantage, but...
Whelmu's taking the fight to him. He actually goes out there with the Void Ray. It's charged up. The double Immortals are in there, and everything is dying pretty fast. 2 Zealots get warped in, and oh dearie me, Baby Knight, he's lost a lot here. And with another Immortal around somewhere, where is it? It's inside the
I
main
think
base.
Whelmu attacks from here.
Yeah, he could do. He's
See,
got
there's
the
the
third
threat of a
Immortal.
counterattack. Oh,
He
nice.
blinks as an Immortal there, though. He just blinks into an Immortal. The probes stop the blink
my God.
Stalkers from going anywhere, and these are stuck. They're not going anywhere.
They're going to go down there and try to blink out just
Yes.
below the Nexus, but more of them will die. Oh, he blinked earlier than he had reached that position. Baby Knight, he's lost so many units.
Counter-attack
2,000
time.
2,675 minerals lost against 800. Can we see the units lost? 7 Stalkers lost. 4 Baby Knight, 2 Zealots, 4 sentries. This is a disaster of a game here for him.
Oh dear. Oh dearie me.
Relax,
Another
Skylarys.
Oracle. A second Oracle. There's one on the natural.
Oh, he's trying to bait the units to calm down in the natural. Actually, the 2 probes are evacuating for like... It doesn't even... Oh, they're going down!
Whelmu.
He's going to go into the main. But there is the Photon Overcharge. Still active, so Whelmu's going to have to wait a bit.
Mistimed that a little bit.
And Baby Knight, I think he goes all in from there. He's getting a few
But he's
more
going to
probes.
meet and greet.
Yeah.
Whelmu's attack, because he's not adding on any probes, as you can see. It's
Oh,
only
Baby Knight's going to
units.
base trade, look.
Oh, man.
He's moving across the map with his Stalkers. He's losing probes at home. He's going to be all in. I don't think he can win a base trade against what he's up against. There is an
No.
Immortal here. Oh my God.
This is not looking too good for Baby Knight. He's had a great day today, but Whelmu's just come out with an absolutely incredible Protoss versus Protoss here. An aggressive blink forward here for Whelmu. He's going to pick off a couple of things, but look at this. There's so many units there. There's a Mothership core with the army. Can he kill this Nexus and go home, or does he continue on?
Yeah, I think he's just going to die back at home, even with the Force Fields here. The Void Ray is going to do the work, and he's going to move up the ramp. Even if he can... Oh, recall! Whelmu! I'm a little bit surprised. He could have just ended the game if he just attacked.
Yeah. He saves his Nexus, though, so
I
it's
guess
one Nexus versus 2.
It's not a disaster of a scenario, but he's just going to prolong the game a little bit more. And 21 probes for Baby Knights, 30 for Whelmu, who's on an expansion. He could actually split his army in half and half, make sure he doesn't take any damage anywhere. And look, Whelmu knows how to close out games. He's getting a Twilight Council. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws down 4 or 3 additional gateways and then just ends it with a lot of Blink Stalkers.
Blink, 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 blink. The best way to play Protoss. And this has just become a situation where I'm not too sure Baby Knight can recover on. I think he knows the same. He's just warping in units. He's coming for an attack.
Whelmu just going to boost his gate for some reason. I guess he wants to get as many units out as possible. He knows that Baby Knight is in a lot of trouble.
26 probes have been killed. A blink forward here from Baby Knight. He's going to try and do a little bit of damage, but
Whelmu needs to be careful. If he sends everything up the ramp, it could be force filled and he will be trapped
No,
in his
he's
main.
left units down there.
Yeah.
The force field, no, not going to happen. Nice play there from Whelmu, splitting up his army, and there's no way that Baby Knight can fight that. It's 4 or 5 Immortals, a Void Ray. It's not going to happen here. He blinked. Oh, oof. Well, that was a rough blink.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's not too nice. And more Stalkers get picked off here, and Baby Knight drops below half his opponent's supply. GG, Whelmu gets to a top 8 here, another top 8. Congratulations to you.
He was down 0-3 and looking kind of depressed. Even in the chat, it looked so. And stayed focused, and he's going to make it to the round of 8.
Congratulations. Unfortunately for Baby Knight, wasn't quite able to escape from this group, even though he was 1 game ahead. One game ahead. Wellmu, though, is the man that is able to give us an interview. Woohoo! Reba! Let's go, Wellmu. Can't wait for your winner's interview. I love your accent. Congratulations to you, and just find himself in the top 8, which means prize money now is a further $2,000 to his name and increased WCS points. And one of the best positions to be in, not looking at the round 32 and 16, is you have one opponent, you have a best of 5, you get to prepare for it, and Wellmu's quite good at that.
Yeah, there's 2 chances out of 3 he's going to meet a Zerg. He's shown pretty decent things against TLO, so gonna be fun to see. Looking forward to that.
Congratulations to Wellmu, and now I think it's time to hear some words from the man himself.
Well done. Congratulations. Round of 8 is yours for the second time in 4 seasons. I know how hard you worked for that this evening, and it showed in that last game. I said to Grubby a couple of years ago at WCS Europe in 2012, why do you have to go a game down before you win a match? And he said, because I need a kick in the balls. And is that applying for you this evening? Because seriously, you were 2-0 in the first match, then you were a game down to TLO, came back to win 2-1. Baby Knight then takes the first game here and you come back again. What is it with you right now? Why do you have to lose to win?
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, you have to lose one game, so you will wake up and realize that I cannot do I have to do better. I have to do better.
You told Hotbidge yesterday that you were tired of losing, so you've decided to win again. So does that qualify now?
Yeah, exactly like that happened. I was a little bit angry at myself, at how stupid mistakes I was doing, and especially the last game. I think I played it how I planned it to play. Played it very well. So yeah, I managed to just say to myself, let's win now. Let's win now.
Okay. You mentioned mistakes. It has been a night of mistakes, I think, from everyone. Everyone's made maybe apart from Stardust, who's just seemingly played perfectly tonight. But when you have mistakes like that, how do you put them out of your mind? How do you just kind of go, damn it, I shouldn't have done that? But how do you clear that and then just concentrate on the next game?
Well, for a moment after the game, you go over the mistakes, think, what should I have done differently and what mistakes I did. But then I just go for the next game and think, what should I do? What's my plan? And should I stick with my original plan or change it up?
You're one of 2 players that are in the round of 16 who are still doing school at the same time as a professional player, which boggles my mind, frankly, as to how you fit it all in. Vortex is one of the other guys. How do you do it? How do you do school, concentrate on doing well at school, but still put enough practice in and time into StarCraft to be as good as you are right now to reach the round of 8?
Well, for me, it's I go a little bit more slower than normally. Plan to take it 1 year more than normally people will take it. But so it's a bit easier for me, and I don't know. It's just, it's nice to, just not all the time play StarCraft, have something else to do, clear up your mind. If you play a lot, it's easily you start tilting easily, and maybe don't start to think so much. Just play and play.
We spoke to you last year, and you've had a few medical problems last year, and they kind of didn't help with practice and what have you. And we spoke off air a little bit earlier on. I know you've got some new medication there. How much better do you feel now when you're playing?
Well, it's much better actually now. A couple of weeks ago, I got new medication which has helped me now. Everything has gone. Since last summer, I didn't have normal blood values. Since then, I have been struggling all the time. And but now it looks like it's going good, and and after I get I have one medication going that I have to slowly drop out. After I get that out, then I'm completely clear. And it's good now. I'm happy.
Good. Yeah, you seem a lot happier, I have to say. One final question: who do you want in the round of 8?
Round of 8. Actually, I have to say that actually placing second actually feels a little bit better for me, to be honest, since there's 2 Terrans in second place, and I'm not feeling so confident against Terrans at the moment. But 2 Zergs at first, so it's higher chance to get Zerg. So it's actually quite nice. Actually, I would, I don't know, would be nice. Maybe Vortex, playing against Vortex would be nice.
Confidence, I like it. Very, very good. Congratulations, Wellmu. He has made the quarterfinals for the second time in his 3 seasons in WCS Europe. Let's find out from the 3 guys at the desk now what their thoughts are on the entire day here in Group C. It's been very interesting.
Thank you very much, Red Eye, and hello, boys. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
Good day.
So Protoss Advanced, what do you think?
The power of Protoss. No? No?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 Protoss. And
for now. In a
now.
group where there was 3 Protoss, yeah.
I have a feeling that we may see 2 Protoss tomorrow, guys.
Really?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything that will get me in trouble with a certain Zerg. Let's take a look at the bracket and actually remind ourselves who went through today, if you didn't know already. Look at the guys with the golden tickets and a Protoss symbol next to them. Stardust and Wellmu. What do you think, guys?
Good job for those guys.
Expected?
We'd predicted a little bit differently, hadn't we? But
You.
and you. But in the end, Wellmu in that last series, I kind of felt that right now that's the nature of PvP, and a lot of people in PvP are good enough to react and respond and adapt very, very quickly. And Wellmu did, and he conquered.
I thought going into this group that these 2 were the most likely to advance right now, but seeing Baby Knight play, he was being very impressive. So then I thought Stardust and Baby Knight probably, but this last series, he lost 1 and 2. It was... That last game is a really tough loss for Baby Knight. I kind of want to go and give him a hug right now because everything kind of went wrong for him, but it was... He didn't mix it up enough, He went for the same build many times. He was successful with it, but then in the last game, in the one that counted the most, he finally got countered by Wellmu very, very well, if you think about it.
Yeah. A thing I want to bring up with both of you is a player that was a bit of a highlight today and that everyone was looking to see do well was TLO. What are your thoughts on him dropping out in last place in today's group? You thought that may happen, or what do you think went wrong for him today?
I just don't think it was as ironed out as we normally see TLO. But also, I think there might be the need to make some Swarm hosts. I actually think this might be a thing. We know he doesn't really like it too much. It's a strong tactic against Protoss, but it's not there. I mean,
well, as a Protoss player, when you play against a Zerg player, and let's say that the Swarm host unit didn't exist, are you a happy Todd or a sad Todd?
You're happy. The thing is, with TLO, you know that there is almost no chance he's going to use them. So that's such a huge advantage. It's like if he went into a match against a Protoss where he knew there is no way he's going to use Colossus, for example. It's like, well, I guess I can figure out a few ways to make that work as well. So that's a big disadvantage for him that he never plays that just because he doesn't enjoy it. And I think he should definitely throw it in there one game once in a while here and there, but he definitely got acquainted with the power of Protoss today.
It almost seemed as if he was going to do it in that last game. There was that infestation pit go down, and then he cancelled it. But, oh well.
I think he thought about it, but just maybe not confident enough. Yeah. He did mention on Twitter that he needs to start to incorporate them, whether he likes it or not. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed our commentary today. We'll be back once again tomorrow, bringing you another group with 3 Protoss and Zerg, which Red Eye will go over in a second. Any last words before we head it over to Red Eye? Anything you want to tell me or tell people at home, Kalaris?
I'm good, thanks.
Are you sure?
I'm good.
Okay.
Watch anime.
Watch anime. All right, thank you very much, guys. Red Eye standing with the audience.
Thank you very much. Yes, I am with the audience. Quite a rowdy bunch in here this evening. I have to say, the crowd have been very, very good this evening, so we thank the crowd for coming down. Just a quick reminder for you, if you are sitting at home and you're thinking, we should definitely go and visit the WCS. Good news, people, because you can get in for free tomorrow, because Red Eye said so. They're going to kill me upstairs, but I don't care. Just turn up tomorrow and have some fun. There's free drinks. They're already saying, oh my God, in my ear, but it doesn't matter. Come down and enjoy yourself on the final day in Group D. These guys are having so much fun. Right now, day sheet. They are. So, our day is at an end. Oh, it's a shame. Group C is done. And unfortunately, TLO didn't advance. And Baby Knight didn't advance. But Stardust did. And also, luckily for the Europeans, so did Wellmu. And that's how the tale of the tape went in Group C. Tomorrow, we'll be back with one of these men in Group D to see whether San can beat MC or whether maybe a British man might make the last 4. No, it can't be. Can Bling play StarCraft? Tune in tomorrow and find out.